Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast, and thank you. So I'm talking about Polkadot today. Now, I just in the interest of fairness, I'm not terribly overly impressed with the with any of the latest development that's really coming out on Polkadot. Now, I'm a Cosmos guy. Just I want to be upfront. All right, I am more or less. You know what? I'm not more or less. I am a Cosmos person. I think it's the place to be. I like the development. I like what they have going on over here. I absolutely love the price over the last 90 days. And I'm as a pragmatic investor, I tend to try to get in early and go where the money goes. So that's actually specifically why I'm talking about Polkadot today. You know what? It's a math play for me. That's all it is. Polkadot right now is simply a math play for me. And the fact that I can utilize it over in the Cosmos, specifically on osmosis, and earn pretty well with it while I'm waiting, uh, it, it a lot of wickets are aligning for me on this one, particularly at this very moment. And let me show you what I'm talking about. So, Polkadot. Now, this is the 90-day chart on Polkadot. I'm not a chart guy. I see no value whatsoever in people looking at charts and tell you about what's about to happen. I take no value away from that. If that's what you use to trade, you do you, bro. We don't give financial advice here. We just tell you what we're doing. Now, what I actually do like about this particular token. And again, guys, we're talking about a big ecosystem. We're talking about tons of trading volume. We're talking about a monstrous market cap. I mean, there's a lot that's going on here. But the only thing I'm looking at on this one right now is the price, and I'm particularly looking at it right here. Now, if I could not turn a good earning on this one, I would be nowhere near it. But since it's made it over to osmosis, and the fact that I can pull 65% by pairing it with Osmo. I have a lot of Osmo. I'm a big fan. Osmosis is my place. But pulling a 65% on this one, while it is still just exceptionally low, it's worth the stretch to me. Now, I want to provide a little bit more context. So this one, it runs more or less with Bitcoin. Again, there's been no real exceptional development that's inspired me. And when you see that over the last 30 days, man, you don't really want to dig your heels in on that too much. But Bitcoin's done the same thing. So it more or less aligns with Bitcoin and does what Bitcoin does. So the question would be, if you're so heavy in Atom, and I am, why don't you just stick with Atom? Well, here's my thought process on this. One, I want to diversify. I always want to diversify if possible, and I want to spread my money throughout the ecosystems. I want to be in lots of different ecosystems, so if we get a real hard tank on one of them, I don't eat it. My entire capital is not wiped out here. So I think, I hate using that. I hate, saying I think, but for me, it's a pure math play. I'm Bitcoin's not going to really start to move, in my opinion, for at least another 60 days. The consumer price index will be trending downward. It has to, with the amount of interest rate increases that we've picked up. It's going to start trending down. And Powell yesterday said that they're going to ease off the gas a little bit. So they're going to let this flesh out, see where we are. So I think we're going to get a 60 or 90-day reprieve on this. And that's kind of where I'm banking it. Now, I want to buy as low as possible. There's nothing special here. There's no magic. I want to buy this thing as low as possible, but I don't want to buy it and blindly hold it. I don't do that. My money has to be working for me. It has to be going somewhere. So with this here, this allows me to continue to earn pretty well, 65%. It allows me to earn Osmo while I am holding Polkadot. Now, it's not native Polkadot. This is bridged Polkadot, so it's bridged through Axelar, but Axelar is a very good bridge. Smart contract bridge. You're not going to, nothing's unhackable. Any bridge is vulnerable, but considering the sheer amount of money that's going through Axelar, I want to say that the security, is decent, or we would have probably heard something by now. But I do like that I can earn so well on this one. And when it turns, if it turns, if the market turns, we're gonna go with if the market turns. You know what? Nothing, downtrends, uptrends, nothing lasts forever. We're in a downtrend, nothing lasts forever. I hope, and if it continues to last forever, then this is moot anyway. But when the market turns, I'm saying 60, 90 days, somewhere in there, when we finally start to, market sentiment starts to pick up, I'm expecting larger gains by percentage out of Polkadot, out of Chronos, out of Near Protocol, out of these other big ecosystems that run just spot on with Bitcoin. By percentage, I'm going to be expecting bigger gains out of those than I will get out of Atom, because Atom's already had it. And I mean, it's another one. It's real easy to illustrate. So if this is the Atom chart over... This is the Atom chart over the last 90 days, and this is looks a hell of a lot different than the Near, than the Crow, than the Dot, than any of the big ecosystem tokens. This thing has just been an absolute monster over the last 90 days. So the purchasing power that I get out of the Atom versus Dot, versus Near, versus Crow is just massive, and it would make sense for me to take advantage of that, again, simply from a math standpoint. When it turns, I believe that those by percentage are going to increase greater, and I can earn pretty well on them while I'm waiting. So I'm slowly incrementing into them, but I'm doing all of this with APR money. I'm doing all of this with money that's not coming out of my pocket. So it is it's a complete and total swing away on this, but I'm doing it with house money. So with that, it's worth it for me to take a swing on these and get in a little bit early in front of the recovery. And that's all I'm trying to do, is get in early before the recovery starts. So you can be crypto, man. This is investing, for everything. You can be smart, you can be first, or you can be lucky. And I try to be first. So if you've never visited the podcast before, this is more or less the channel. I wish it was more entertaining, but I'm not here to tell you to buy something. I'm just here to show you that I am, and I want to give you my thoughts why. So that's all we have on this one. Questions or comments, scott@thepodcast.com. I answer everything. My email's a little jacked up right now, Microsoft, so I can read them, but I can't reply. So I apologize for that, but as soon as it's fixed, I'm going to spend 3 days just replying to emails. Scott@thepodcast.com, questions or comments. And until next time, guys, please stay safe. Please be smart with your money. Cheers.